Premtobre Mama Yamamunina ha Yamuakwaba Adom TV Premtobre Kasee so we in some see a brasso so wuti be Adom TV Premtobre Kasee some no near to your mobile obetini Edra Divisional Council no de to security services in nim 1 year woromo pa na womo banye ewo enkrono emu ewa udisem bi e o wontete ensere ombebo ban no 1 year honomo ye de mu nsam no ebebro enipa bi a yesusu se won tutu funu ewo mpatase wo brekum east mensimu wo bono mantemu no be efunu be num de won atu ye de honsam no so ebebro kane Ghana mampani na na adodanko akufuado ni statue bi a won di si efie kwanta regional hospital wo second no afede enipa bi anya bubu no kra eno ani agudie mu nsem obi man so ne anigide ewie ye de bro sa Adom TV Premtobre Kasee watch live on Facebook /Adom TV Extra, Go TV 119, DSTV 280, Uko YouTuber search Adom TV Tube, AdomOnline.com on semi any bebrain so ewo. Medi de fear amankwa tamaklo. Yada say afia ni de miente said and 70 mu etie. Edra Divisional Council no de to bamboku awodo awo mantam ni mu animo so oni de mu a wonyere wono mu apom ye bambo no emu den pa won kronkro ni nyina mu e wo se bia wo mo ete asem bia ye wudi system a kwan o mbefa so a wono be ye no ni nyina mu akasa e de etia na no da police station nipa bi ekoto hye won so no
Edra Divisional Council enedi adesere to bambo dwumaku ahodo wo municipality ni mu enimu se adaruma wono monka wontoma emma no so ne beya abanafosem ahodo ekoso wo mpotemu honom no wono mu ebetumi de ho amane ababebo omanfo se ne beya obi biara betumi adane ho so wonhyiamudie bi a Traditional Council zongo chiefs and afi heads of security institutions ekoyeye no paramount chief a wo Edra berima osei hwidi otosomienu edi nsem weni afoforo bi etudwa
enti dia duro ni de na no yentimi ntranka bibia ye beja de aka nyama abampofo no se monyam adwuma kwan befo so a yesu ebenya esumdue first no de na adua ye district ye division wo mampo ye regional command wo Kumase ene nyame adaroma ye regional command wo mampo he ya yesenya divisional commander eso wa ha ne mpanyimfo bebre wa ha enti yasem no entu kwan te se first no enti no so obi wo bibia monhwe mpanyimfo akira kwa na monka nkire wo se si yese regional commander ye woni ne mpanyimfo omo na ne ye no mnya na ti adwura ha ni nyina ne ya homba mbonti
wasanhye mudina seno Ashanti North Regional Police Commander DCOP Jude Kobina editu jase wonomu edi aposifo bese oha enaba begum potemu honoma wonomu ba hwehwe amapepepe yo edi hene ewo honomo
ella de be say me de so an say sa ejapade esu yetimi enne enura de yetimi adwiragu sika be sandi esi enye sika ketwa enunti no ye dika mamati asese enhwehwemu be yadwe na mo hwehwemu ye adwuma obi otechiri biara emra no ene bede ibidi sene be ya BBC inside NCP
wai cikin binciken su wai yanda wannan tafajen da ya kone cikin police station ya wargaje wai irin wannan bashi wai da sake yin bashi ne a cikin wannan wuri ya sake zama ɗaya da yake amma yanzu hakan ga cikin binciken su zan suka binkita duk wanda yake ciki wanga lamari ko yake gabacin wanga lamari insha Allah wai za iya wannan murin iya
abeto dwase nipa bi ade won ho akwakohye mpatasie wo brekum east mensimu obono mantemu ankofo emu na won mo etutu wo mo kare won ani a be emunum won mo tu ho de onde ye de munchemu na Adom TV Kasee etwaso
so wokopi mo brekum east municipality no obono mantem ne mu a eyade so manfo bi e yefre won se grief looters empempi no wono mo ekọ amusieye ahodo ekotutu amanfo enna so no wono mo akwakoye bi mu a amanfo na be se enum de wono mo akwakotutu so ewo mu se obi anhye de nim adekode potia eka amanfo yi ema wono mo ekotutu amanfo enna so nanso emebu na ewo empotem ho e kire de a wono mo esusu se saa nipa bonfo yi ede amanfo yi honam akwa ahodo bi ekwakoye nyankomade bi a wono manhwe ne nsia no a ebe ha adwene
no kure eya yeni abrem patase kuru mu pa esan se kuro no binuma fa kuro no egu kuro no anum ase hwe mpatase kuro na enye kura e wose nkasa di we etoye na wona wo yesa no ye de kokobo na ye ni brabere no wo se na no ye te sa se no ye betu bi no wo ya wan hwe yi anka police for na soldiers po ne beba bebo kuro yi ho ba ne yesan se ani abiri ye pa se me na me maame awu na okope baabi atena binom se ye die nti wi asa fefedi nti ye mo na ye betwa so nne because ye ni brabere on patase kuro we no na ye de one na ama nananom se ama mre ne amane bi o se omo ba be ye no se omo anye na animu animu ya ma asundue amma patase kuro no ma nananom so mfo mo hunni
osansemi hono kronti hene wo mpatase na na so machre for so mienu akase de etia wo kire mu dia nananom ani nye niema ekoso ne ho ne senti no wono ba be hye nhwehwemu ase de ahwe omanfa wono edisa anyamransemi na wono atwe wona so
ya wa mamre bi mo ho a ayo sese ye ede me nananom samanfo because de akoba no eye musu kase pa betuntin sanso bone abre ye krui ti amamre ne ya dikan ye bi ye gunso enso a ebesan ye bi maka ho na se ya nyesa amamre ne etena ho a yenim de beba kurim se nananom a ye ne wo mo eja won kwan ama wo ko edu baby kra ya amamre ye hyefa ye bo womdi na se yakoyi wom kase wom no mpenu womti konkuro nyina de kode a asem na mo ya pa ya damasi amamra na yeguso
Premtobre Kasee na oguso show Adom TV no na kanema mpani na adodanko akufuado ne statue bi a yeye esi efie enkwanta regional hospital wo second D no ne de nipa bi anya wiewie no kura bubu ni nyina egu fom Kasee no etwaso
Sawuko pimo sekandini ne mpotemu honoma ayade se be bosome anase na wotwe kakra etwa mu ni ena wonomo ekosi omampanyin dada na adodanko ekufado statue edisi honoma omanfo pina ekasa edifa ho eni statue ana esi efia nkwanta regional hospital enimu hono ayade se omanfo bi akwakobubu ni nyina atuagu a obibiara enim enipa wakoye sade no yede yaso etoto fom no ensemi ayete difi aposefo akache ekyiremudia wonomunya no entiyese omanfo bi akwakobubu omampanyin da statue yi ade atofoma wonomo de ohareso ekopi mu obiaye ho nanso ebra wonomo ekoye no na yade se wonomo ayesa ade no ewie ensama yatene bi ne se ahemachin yebra na semeduasa bapa donko ho ena saa anyamransem yi esiye so yebekaya meyese America Kenya statue yi ekosi ho no wenye de dikan a omanfo abotiri mo pose wonomo ebese no de dikan no obi edikan ekobu na nan baako a enam so ema ne beye enkomodie bebre ewo omanyimu nanso no eyade sempanyifo ekohwesiesiye
awoni akoso wo ho no Adom Kasee ne adehye bi ewo efie nkwanta edi nkomo wonso akire wadwen edi afa ho
omanfo bia wonomoti efia nkwanta eni akasa de afa omampanyin dada na adodanko ekufado statue a omanfo bi akwakosei no eho wabra wonom ne Adom Kasee amane boni owo atoye mantamu atwetwe nkomo no wonom kiresi wi enkire adibu emfa omampanyin dada wofiri abenwa so enche bia wo kire mu dia emfa woni amonyuku a obi biara edon no we enya de yesese mpanyefo esososo se no omanfo bi ka no enya saa na ebi mo edwene omanfo bi ekire mu dia na yade se statue omanfo akobubu atoakre ne ekwanya wombo amfaso anjo ekwanya omampanyin dada na adodanko ekufado edibu woman no yenti wonsam odeto ye mane boni anim no ebi
sasati we do so po sabota fetch onya bia abone oye bia abone obobu no mane ezba mo ozu mane sumo no na sesi awebu eyo pa wanya do kam kwan ko mo nsiri ko so so na la sebi mane ezba mo ozu mane sumo no
because yanse bi anyim because ekon wo wie na be de made be si on tade ni ase wan fa nti ebun ade bia no tumi siga ekon na de bo me bia la koye onya no statue mpocha ma na esi na boss so how de me ya we me no information bia la but am de we bun or genu na se fifa mpocha me fifidi
what they are doing is not good because Nanado in what they are doing here is Ghana. It's not be anybody. You person, you can't do this like this. It's not fun. Me myself, now, according to me, I will say that you know good they do like this. I'm not be MPP. I'm not be NDC. But what they are doing is not good.
Eja ato Tachiman Central Market mu make say apatabe se oha 100 di eja no ahye drebe nrenwumre no nkono abo pounds medunum ena ekoba ne sa sika twitwidie ena ahwere ye bepem sa bre no ye hu adekode adija ne ba ya kase etwaso
ebe de mu yen se gina se a me mu se jana so na me mirika ba e beduru ho no fire service from ba ko akopena ba e like one man do jani na so the say na wo for sane ba e nti de mu yen se jana so na dare sa basfase me ma hu hwi de mu ya
me say Daniel started to just back to the auto and one sa Roberts na no sa one journalist this can start here na me go fire service for me ko no ko the fire service command delay omo ba tempa ba omo ba no omo kan so kan e ba ko pe omo dun dana na kan in so ni sai so kan so ba from Africa anywhere chi da be na ba duru
Dan ba ye na ya ba ko pe ana kan so ba ye no anya adwuma nduru 15 minutes per hour ana nsuo na sai o se de o na o sa tutu ne na o ko e nkaja ne de nka en dere se oh ye be sere mpanyifo ye be sere m dan mpanyifo se mu tie ye be sere m oh yes ye wo buni is capital na identity na fire service ka ye ba ko pe wa yes sere mo ma fire service ka so ye mienu kura na miensa nke be bo tenke ye mienu ana miensa na ba ya nkaja na o metumatu nke engine se mu se
Mani dia mi ti me mo body ni mani nyina senkrofo sika medical krofo ni ma dia ban bo sia mi sia ni nyina se yo ase mi wo dia mi nya me wo
Biana muno nyame se yanka na kwan dam nti we no yanka se BC by say bi nya si dia say ye sambe ya ye hwe say be ye no correct as a bibia si a bibi ka betima from fire service betima from adum ntemama ye.
For the investigation, we've not yet come out with it because it's too early and we have started the investigation. So by tomorrow or the next day, we'll be able to come out with the exact cause of the fire. It was difficult for our men to enter, so many things were scattered in the market and it was very difficult for our men, but because they are professionals, they were able to control and put it under control. As we've already entered into the dry season. In fact, people must be cautious. They should be much cautious about fire breaks because for us, with the fire personnel, we've been going out to educate the public about the prevention of these fires.
So na project coordinator the Gulf of Guinea Northern Regions Cohesion and then one more Kasee say project ahodo be 500 dey one more awie e communities ahodo na was one more edi djuma one more free ase kura ye adwuma ana say sa project na free ase edi ni djuma ti say nsuo schools and bridges Kasee no etwaso.
Project coordinator with that Gulf of Guinea Northern Regions Cohesion etwaneti ase soko ene ede atudwa se on project ahodo a wono eye e wo mangana mu no emu be se ahanum de ayade se wono awi nyina a omanfo ahyase edidi won djuma wo kyeremu de a project no na ebi ne nsuo ho nsem suku adan nsamso ena afei enema ahodo bi a ebeboa ama omanfo wo nkruto ahodo mu no eho atumi ahenhan wono mo. Elizabeth Ohene Agyei ene ye project coordinator the Gulf of Guinea Northern Regions Cohesion or in some way to yenim.
As of estimation at the end of December, this same 10 plots of land is a 500,000 Ghana cedis a week economy that we have on this 10 plots of land. That is for cattle and small ruminants. We have also included revenue for the assembly, and it also marks other things like
Anamosini Obijina Chief Director, the Ministry of Local and Rural Development, Anemu Samuel said, Passa, and so HRC, Adia Wonomu Ayi, Sasa Wonomu Ebo na Basopa, Nansono, Adisrene say, Wonomu Entrimu, and Fankon Kruto, Ahudum, na one so home and Hinhan Wonomo.
The Ministry of Local Government, Management, and the Chief Director, we are committed to the implementation of SOCO to realize the objectives set out in the budget. Having said that, we can only end by saying that we appeal, like only Baptist, to ensure that additional financing that we've been discussing is expedited so as to tie in what the Chief Director for Northern Region indicated to cover more local authorities.
enwechi no Vice President Dema World Bank enso ebo suku abaso wa de fefa wono eye.
Ultimately, what we want to see to be achieved from an operation like this one is to build resilience, strengthen social cohesion, and contribute to improving the living condition and livelihood of the population. All those three elements, we know that they are essential for stability, for peace, and for development.
Deputy Director, share clinical care so for Regional Health Directorate here, Dr. Joyce Barney. And they were the two nurses for midwives. One more month, some nimunine name say one fa ope. Any CEO and show a jumamuye pa na mama pomudin koso in naneniso.
Deputy Director for Clinical Care for Regional Health Directorate Dr. Joyce Banning eni edi ato anese for enafi midwife for mantemu ho enimu se wono ma wona dwuma ehia wono mo pa se na beya wono betumi aboa ama timemufo apomuden ho nsem akonkan wode sansem we eto yamane boni samia sare enimu abra wono mo di dwuma bi ewo goso a wono mo edi frefre anese for midwives enafi apomuden adwuma yefo nyina wono mo edi dwindwin ekwan a obefa so edi won dwuma ewo mantam nemu
es ana midwifery adwuma no ehia dedication e wose otubi to esi ho na woye e na woye so so wose odu ho nyina ehyem because enye adwuma eda form e wo mu a wobeto niema ebema ebia webemu ebu kakra but nyina emu no e wose ototo ekowenim ena ebehia so say omo besua ade akomonim eni say time bi ba obeka se medie mapem means into dedication, selflessness, to make it to the top in nursing.
My entire Premtobre Kasee no eso medidi fear amankwa tamaklo. Ye the concern for from dia bino egu ye boards, corporations, commissions, and councils ahodo ogu no wie no yasate foforo ehonsem Kasee no etwaso.
Enkrate bi fi mampanyin Dramani Mahama so ye ba dia boards, corporations, commissions and afi council ahodo a ewo man Ghana mu no wono mu egu nyina e de nhihye pa egu akwam a wono mu e de be hyehye foforo enkrata na dia mampanyin ejina Presidential Transition Act 2012 Act 845 so ene didi sa dwumai enkrata no mu dia enipaku ahodo bi a mampanyin dada na nadodanko ekufado ebo wondin ema wono mu ekoda boards, commission and afi council ahodo no wono mo emfa wonwuma nyina emra wieye na wono mo enkopepe bi entena kosise omampanyin Dramani Mahama nso ebebo afoforo din krata ne sane tudwa se omampanyin Dramani Mahama egu ahoboa so a enche bia obebo enipa foforo din ama wono mo abedida enyumaku ahodo yi ano sankrata yi acting spokesperson de ma omampanyin Felix Kwachofu Sunsan ene hyase
Yentwa so na osofo ayaboni din sesie ya make say kura wote ba somku animo yi nsama hodo no ye finance Dr. Atofosen na nkasa hodo bi a wo ka ne sesie no ejina enema bi a wo mo betwitwitwa so sebe ye be ma ye sikasa montoto ye inflation no etumi ejina ne nanso na ya kono nso ma hoho e de wondwetiri abehye
Dr. Kisela Atofosen ena mampenyini Dramani Mahama aboni dinse oba beye omen photo samfo ne ne ebra wo vetting committee no animu Tiwa West ebra shebedwani ya waka appointments committee no ho ebisa ne kwan obefa so ama omemu aya akono sede ebeya wono mu okura sika wo pese wode won sika be hwedwumadi ahuduo mu ebe pese wo beba ano no ena nanu yie mu no wo kire nhihye bia wode begu akwan mu sede ebeya se ni so ade huno no ebetumi abaso.
I said this because if the country is actively in the market borrowing every week. I mean, if you look at the T-bill market today, every single week we roll over 111 billion Ghana cedis. And if you were to roll over 111 billion Ghana cedis week in, week out, the exchange rate, the interest rate is set in go up. And you should also understand that interest rate is sometimes a function of inflation.
Wakasafa taxation, any revenue mobilization. Yeah, na buying ashebo set waba betete so na fe eto ahudu bi ehu hia etese betin tax any levy obi ye free honomono and washe Ghana fo nyina abo se ebo na buying ehye Ghana fo obra no obonto ano enya de se wonom ebesesam wano efisa abo she no ho.
All the taxes out there are not bringing the revenue that it should. For example, Benetton taxes bring in less than 50 million Ghana cedis a year. It's a nuisance tax. Scrapping 50 million Ghana cedis will not mean anything in a way that will affect the economy if you are to adjust, particularly from the expenditure side.
Kasee lato forcing yes so kasa for tax waivers abayin to atwaso ya na wonom edema enyumaku ahodo no so nsem sei e no ka fa ho.
The law and allow everyone else to benefit from such taxation. My main concern, particularly my criticism against the one it has to do with the big manner that it has been done in the past. And I still stand by that. If the government or if this current government still believes that taxation one is irrelevant, then obviously my suggestion is put it in a law. Let everyone benefit from it, but don't make a choice and decide who should benefit from such a taxation. I think so, and taxation must be fair.
Minority Leader Ura Alexander Fenyomakin na Bomam Penny John Dramani Mahama Kwedu no Trese Sadia Mamrano etie Wapanya Mampeni atna ye ede ensemble parliament no Nadi no Wamfasosa Kasee no etwaso
committee no etna sia no oba be hyase atoto Dr. Kasee lato forcing obo ni din se wo be ye omen photo samfo ano ena Alexander Fenyomakin na wo ye penyina wo Adom kumana no ewo mrahye bedwamu ede sansemi etudwa.
The secretary to the president reported to have been given the mandate by the president to sign a letter to us. May I refer us to Order 65(1) of our rules, which provides that communication from the president to the House shall be to the speaker in writing, signed by the president, or in the absence of the president, by the vice president, or by a minister authorized by the president. So we're from this letter from the secretary to Parliament. So ab initio, President Mohammed's government has breached the standing orders of this House. He failed to write directly to Parliament. He got his secretary to write to us.
Kasayi mu no wodi atuja se domkuma wonom ewo mrahye bedwamu no obedu betumi biara se de beya ebosha ahodo a John Dramani Mahama ehye Ghana for obra no wo bontoa no obedi sa abohye ni nyina so.
Chairman, this is unacceptable. Campaign promises are not conditional. They are commitments that form the foundation of a social contract between leaders and the electorate. To appear to alter that commitment after assuming office is to betray the trust of the people. Let it be known to this House, particularly the minority side, will hold the government accountable to its promises. If the people were promised the abolition of burdensome taxes, that promise must be fulfilled without equivocation or delay. Accordingly, if approved, nominee for finance must be prepared to take decisive and concrete steps to present Parliament with a comprehensive and actionable plan for removal of the said taxes without delay.
Premtobre Kasee na oguso show Adom TV na ni die ma yenye nkrato yimra ye ba evetwaso. Eda se amu akwa babie me Adom TV Premtobre Kasee na oguso show no medin de afia amankwa tamaklo ye twaso na ohyenkani a wanya mfie aduonum enkono ne din de Isaac Ayim nyamme na edi no ho afusane kentesa kwamukafo etuo eka na ma woto na nanom nsiedo ogumwa akraman ogumwa akoti kwanya krom eye emfifi mantam
na ye ba no nya information say am Roberts abakwam nti ye begina akraman say ye hwese bi akas ni bi eba ansan yenso yakọ ye gina ho no mo chee na ka bi ema echiri na banchi ka bi ki ayi bi no so alodu banchi a o de besin akwa akra nti Mr. Paul no mbisa na say ekwe mo te say no so bibi eni kwa mo nti yenko ndi onu tu ni ka na ode nani kira akra na yenso ye tu yenso ye ka no nti ye tu ye ka na yanko be te say 100 meters pa na careful bi wɔ akraman uduru akraman a hospital no hɔ no sharp careful bi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ wura kakra nti yɛduru hɔ no pɛpɛɛpɛ ibu careful nya yɛhu sɛ torchlight bi true wɔ hɔ no akyerɛ obi stop yɛn ba ɛbaa saa no ne abɛn wɔ mu nti mi nso no mɛ nyina sɛnea manya information sɛ am robbers nti na me nso bitimi sɛ yɛ am robbers eti mi yes mi twa mu no mi di speed a mi twa mu na ana ɔmo shoot yɛn
Kebenyanka police for me gina 24/7 mi say with me adi nsɛm bebree aba ɛnma de si yɛn ne hu paa yɛba no yɛtwa mu a na yɛhu information hu yɛ no na yɛabɛn na wi ɔtutu no first one ana ɛfa no the second one na ɛfa no mu gya no to sen
ana wɔn ba bɛyɛ saa already before then I wɔn short to sakɛ driver na wɔn bɛku obi wɔ hɔ dada ɛno so yɛ ayɛ wu bia ɛti sɛ wo bisa ɛyɛ no kora pa sɛ yɛ kwan sɛ sɛ ayɛ wu sɛ ama sɛ sɛ akoti pɛn akɔ drivers no ɛbɔbɔ bɛ sɛ 6:30 ɛ dodo ana ahyɛ ase sɛ ɛkɔ because of
ɛkɔsi ho nka ho dia me de me gyina ha sɛ ɛbɔ fɔ ma pɔm yɛ bɔ fɔ ma pɔm ne da sɛ me bɛsi me ma pɔ dada asa me tia no kɔ sɛ esi nti most for yɛ o mo ayɛ hia sɛ wɔn bɛ patrol kwa no ayi anim kana yi anajo
Mrashe bejani ma de hye wo evaluate adomrodra Kofi Akon no koi ne wo de tudwa hia se nkabo mu pa timi ye adwuma wo kromafo ne mpanifo nyina ntam na boa makro etumpon
Mrashe bedwani ogina mu omanfo ewo evaluate adomrodra abato mpeswa so Kofi Akon eni akyere hia hu hia se omanfo ebeka wontoma abo ano na etumi aboa ma mpuntuo ho nsem akonkan ewo mpotemu ahodo a wono mu ewo mu Mrashe bedwani ekyere mu dia se emra no kromafo ehia ewo mpotemu ahodo ma ebetumi aboa ma wono mu nyina atoatoa adwene ede ahwe eniama ehia wono mu ene kwan a obefa so edi ho dwuma ama na etumi aboa ewo ndada asetene mu yenti Mrashe bedwani no nsem no ebi
yenye MPP na NDC sisi atade ye okoye me hina e ma sai sa oboye hina ti we me ye toto adwen e fi ahoden ye fi mbo ma evalado media o me great
Enochi no Mrashe bedwani de adesre eto NDC amonyeko no emma bi ewo abaton peswa no so se wonka wontoma mmo ano sane ebe ya omampanyin John Dramani Mahama ne resetting agenda ene so di hono no obetumi aboa no amano abemu
I believe that governance is the engagement. We did it there, sir. I'm here for, and I'm paying for, and Oman, and I'm going to call. We do come why you let me. I am a baby. It's easy. Maybe a bit thanks to you. But I don't want to suffer him for my corner and share the security service, good groups. It was far over Radio Mudra. When I walk in, I'm going to that part of the cheapest day show. We na ya dwonu ana woni go tu eda boa evaluate Mudra odiyam kare MPP abani mo so wa say Ghana no so ye dey nwa ye to abano kwese no do ba ho aden it is to involve the citizens of evaluate Mudra they will be fie o ma boa ni nso ya den ketimiti ya betumi aye no ye nye ma aban so ne de dan ankasa no ba betumi akoyi nti we should expect more onye man kwete leadership is about engaging the people there over task you turn on so for akoye na kan kwa be pi baba evaluate Mudra
Mefa Kasee ne nkwa Adom trotro na ne prince usasi edu akopie mo wo Nima mampani John Dramani Mahama se Adel Fatal holiday no wode bi ka ho nti wode won adwen kire fa sanse mi ho a ye to so usu enti o
the trotro no abepie mo wo Nima ye wo Nima runabout eni enuanu ma wa ha bi edi nkomo e de afa ye holiday a President John Dramani Mahama e de ba beka enuanu muslimifo ho openi ye rese holiday ya omampeni e de bekam hoyi ba ko de bekam hoyi mo adwen kire wo ni se na emfasode ben e na de bebre nuanu muslimifo
emfaso bebre wo se mi nko ade wonim se salady no ebre wom na na e one day no ti se e 2 days no de enije wo pa because ebe boy salady no na obe so e clean e be bia neat and okoya soya ba ebe prepare aduane ene nema bia na aduane su uye aduane no o mumfa we nkoma we na obechicha no ebre wom until yenya 2 days no aye pa because as one day me na me hunu as holiday because omoma holiday ko ampo ye be resi but say me no de o ye da wasi pa ebe boy
all right menye unua nso adwenkyere obeni holiday ba ko abekam ho ye omampani ye nhihye de na aka fa
a holiday no aye pa because they aye sala no ya be juma kura adachi a ya ni holiday true say say ya sa be juma ante holiday na ayama pa ya da wase pa
fa so be na de be brem mo hwe muslimifo na mugidiem holiday amudi no fa so ben
fa so be bre but fa so no de fa so be bre but o disala no obe brenti sade no holiday no obe de den we di
ehun me enko ana se mugidie no musom no ebe boam
ebe boy pa because o disala we kura de achi holiday wo obet ma ye wona fila na ebe ye den ye be na fila but obe ko juma won to me yes na fila no
na fila na chese
I know so ya sala anti o ya sa na fila na aye pa but sa holiday ni ho obe ko juma won to me ye
okay menwura hana me ne wo mo nso a wo mo ha bi eni nkomo enhwe se holiday ya omampani de aka mo ho mama me nyina ne sei na me no ni nkomo yenhwe holiday ba ko omampani de aka mo ho mfaso be na de bebrem
mfaso de bebre ya da na senso because ye wo tijaniya ene ye wo alisunna enti se holiday ba ko no ba na de kasakasa bebre de ba enti se ode ba ko abeka ho aye mienu no obia benya mfaso afiri so enti ye da na ase dwomama de opaya asem yeso ye penasem me mpai bone se dwomama enko awieye no ombra na ye nyina ensumbom ewo kirimosum no mo because wo penkiremofo asem yeso ye penasem ye da na ase nyame nhira no woma na nkwatenten na ahode no mfambuma no ne ye ho ntoye
na echese omanfo adwenkyerede fa holiday a omampani John Dramani Mahama de nhihye egu akwam na nuane muslimifo enya baako account mensu na mede mate wo trotrom se trotro no eye ma mate ne egisu se
Mayento aso na mampani John Dramani Mahama se enche National Cathedral project no ya kanema mampani na na dodanko akufuado yes so ye dia ma Christopher ne yasom wo ho no obeyen hwehwemu afa ho.
On the vexed issue of the National Cathedral, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice directed government to audit the project and investigate any misuse of public funds. Government is enjoined to follow this directive and will soon activate such an investigation into the project. But on the future of the project, the cathedral, I believe that all of us as Christians must forge a consensus on how to achieve such a project without recourse to public funds. And this project must be achieved at a reasonable cost. In the current circumstances that Ghana is going through, it makes no sense to achieve such a project at a whopping sum of $400 million. I am informed that the National Ecumenical Center in Abuja, which is used by all Christian faith in Nigeria, was built at a cost of $30 million. I believe that we can reach a more reasonable figure for achieving such a project, and together we can raise the funding for it. Such a reconsideration of this project might even include changing the current site that was chosen for the project.
Mampani John Dramani Mahama na wade to Chief of Staff anymore say wanka Ghana Education Service ho enuane bia egu tema warehouse ho onye onfa nkonto so sukuu no na enuane emu ho.
Mampani John Dramani Mahama eni ahye ne Chief of Staff say wone Ghana Education Service enka wontoma mbo ano se ne yebeya enuane ahodo bia wono mu edi asie e wotema warehouse no wono betumi ache ama ento asosuku e wo man Ghana mu no obi biara betumi enya ne chefa na abo ama adesuafo wo suku yi mu etumi enye bibi ede aka wona no sa enuane ye gu tema warehouse yi ayade se MPP aban a etwemu e na afi etwemu no wono mu ekra ede begu oma amu yi mu a na wono mu de hwese akobase enema ho eyedinya wono mu ebi ama obi biara etumi enye bi Omampanyin John Dramani Mahama de nsem wetu dwa abra enrada wono mu de won National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service ehye so e University of Professional Studies Accra.
As we speak, we have a challenge currently with feeding students in secondary schools, as the Ghana Education Service insisted that schools must reopen on the 3rd of January, contrary to the advice of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. As a stopgap measure, I've asked the Chief of Staff to work with the Ghana Education Service to allocate and evacuate food that is currently held in warehouses in Tema.
And which Omampanyin Sunday to just say Wababeshe Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice a Trinity Asseshraj ama wono mu ayenhwehwemu edi afa National Cathedral enka Omampanyin dada nanado danko ekufa do pese wosi no ho ene niama ekomu.
On the vexed issue of the National Cathedral, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice directed government to audit the project and investigate any misuse of public funds. Government is enjoined to follow this directive and will soon activate such an investigation into the project. But on the future of the project, the cathedral, I believe that all of us as Christians must forge a consensus on how to achieve such a project without recourse to public funds.
Premtobre Kasee, the edu so ne Premtobre Kasee, akwesi body wa ha aykrado to aso memo akwaba. Se bibia aboko.
Me adom bibia fine.
Tie ne ye hwede.
Oh, man some more home say El Clasico course. Me a Real Madrid fan. Man no yenum. So the bro say bro nka say pete me so. Ye nia da ho say me boys kura ko.
The mo dey start no.
Be twa so atwa no bi ma bi.
Enum boy. Munya careful. Yem twen no na sa bro oda for me don say nti woni hweka. Yem komra wo de agodie mu nsam etoso.
Fantastic afternoon. Yes, the master Jordan, a boguma, Tim and some course over the weekend. I just say, etum emawo. Masha said the fee, Real Madrid, Barcelona, actually, and no me a team in 2 matches this season. You come goes to boom and crown. It's my heavy, pet. Now Real Madrid players don't use home anymore. Neman Kuyisa to be any sabe, be any Jimmy. Park and so oh yeah, nobody was smiling. You saw smiling, I was suspect to be any over and where you cry. So instead of my Vinicius Junior soon and no say, boy, Bob, such a big game, even Vinicius film the items at some other. Then I'm fine. I'm on me 5-10 against 11. Yeah, to me, we'll come back stronger. Carlo Ancelotti, Anna, Papa Posono, ya had drink. Now I'm on a selection and something which is there and confirm you know. There's the last game of the season against them. A bit my fan, I say, oh, chairman, be fine. It's Real Madrid, no, but Real Madrid fans be chassis soon. You are no more VIP. A small pin. Mama sound.
Hey, Mape, boy, say, oh, Ah, o ma kwa kitikiti la mi la mara she. Bra Jesu.
Oh, Tafra.
Ah, Vinicius, you go be mwazi. Ah.
Wow. Ose madam. Ose madam. Eh?
I take kwa me ngro okra.
Wo ya dai? Manisho.
Aso wa tare. So o Jason e ko wrong with that. Me no can say still Jason wrong with that. Small pin no. Barcelona fans be so tisi mountain so na chema ball ba ko pa ya ball as a Moji League. And I'm the Champions League. Serious oh. Tie sound. Ala me yama mo de shi jama enya sam keto akra. So I don't know the course so I guess I want ashi jama ma de achen where because I must share ma de 5-2. Nya hwe be nyamo. And then mo so mo nyom na ba mo nsa. Bibia be fine. Arsenal for so say mo so lose yo. On penalties man you for nyom wiwe ni ade na Kai Havertz. And I say ne yire start nya threatening messages. Ne yire nyem Crofo say ne ba na hye ne yam no kra no empa bo mo ya conscience ne yire nya miscarriage. Hey! National fans ala motie. Penalty ba akọ say no me ne say Ghana for den gasa mo nya yakuno. Ye ko semi finals yo. Samonya akọ pim ba. Ye twa ne bo kakra bi die jai no. Mo ne mo see miscarriage. Nyare bibia be fans me no kasa broken heart achom e chen Real Madrid de no. Say de say ya boy 5-2. Wo mo de aka kitikiti 1-1 penalty hyem kwa. Te Kai Havertz yire mo ma report on police for say the Arsenal fans say no sabi na nyi penalty there and part of the game you can lose or miss. Ti munya is out threatening na mo threatening no ne ade. Okay. Na me nyina so na me fancy ya hyem ya me nkasa bibiri. Na me nyam fama Mrs. Afiama kwa atama kure ke borura. No fa de akanto aso. Kejuara nkasa ne Premtobre Kasee do bwari.
Yeah, to our Premtobre Kasee no so na National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service NDCA General Overseer of that Action Chapel International Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams Bahobi odo efutuo na ema wona yapa wo mo no so mu nkompon hwe wona eto abana ma won na dwumadie bi e de be hye won sa no on be niye.
National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service Omampanyin John Dramani Mahama ene na banye de hye so enrada no General Overseer Adom Action Chapel International Ministry Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams edito omamfo a Omampanyin John Dramani Mahama ebebo wondin se won bedi dwumaso e wona ban mu nyina enimu se wono eni kan kai omamfo wono moto aba ema NDC amanyoko no ebefa abenwa no e won dwumedi a wobedi nyina emu.
Don't forget where you have come from. Don't forget the people that voted for you. Don't forget the people who stood in the line under the sun to secure this victory. Don't forget them. They remember, please remember, every year, Christmas, the president and the first lady will go to Bole Bamboy to spend Christmas with the people in the village. And they could spend Christmas anywhere in the world, even when they were in opposition. They have friends all over the world. I know some of them. They could spend Christmas anywhere in the world, but they chose to go to the village and spend time with the people there. Please go back to the village and spend time with the people who fought for you.
And which General Superintendent the Assemblies of God Ghana Reverend Steve Wingam and so editor Mampanyi John Dramani Mahama and mu say wona mamumu no emre bibiara obi hu se niam mu eye diama no no me mane popo ne ti say obetwi empanyimfo bi aben wono mo na waje wona dwenkyere afa enema bi ene kwan obefa so ebu oman no.
Sometimes in our mind we want God or government to solve the problems our way. We are all calling for discipline, which is good. But when you and I fall foul, will we applaud leadership to crack the whip on us? So you get to that lowly moment when as you begin to deliver and ensure that the right thing is done, it will require a lot of faith. Don't you perceive it? It is happening already. Then finally, the purpose of the dawn of a new era. What is the purpose of the dawn? It says, according to verse 20b, to give drink to my chosen people. Your Excellency, the reason why God brought you and he will do a new thing, God wants to improve the welfare of Ghanaians.
Territorial Commander Salvation Army Ghana Territorial Colonel Seth Ejeyapiatse Nene wono kasa de tie nipa bi su ne won ban a wono mo se nyapade boru aban atena ye ni nyina agina se na aban na aba no sa suban no panini kire se ehu hia ensem fata se ye beye so mai
se to abawi a na nkumudie ba mi odi nkugu o mi odi nkunumu o ese edi bebi eto nchen ne ye hwese Ghana ni bebi a eye aban fofo na aba no so ne dia enti ensese ye fa akwan bi a yankase ye peso ditumi se ye ensem eye na bebi a enye esa nse ejapade na ye de si ho ye oman ni nyina dia se ye sen no a afa na aban no be sika foforo na so ne be adwuma a ye wie deda no enti sebe efaso be na wo se ade on ye se ndi asa eboka enti ye nyina me hye mebumfo nkura se omunye bibia fantuo na ye nyina ye hwe se ye tu abade ama oman Ghana na yi omanpani a ye na wi a oye nyina ye dia bibia ye Ghana fo nyina dia ye nyina ye no monka mo ni mu ama no ne mentimi nkoso
mebu ene wi ase ene titi wi ase no esesa danso ne ekwe no ye ntimi nya nyame asem ho ye ntimi ka se ne mai se ne atie titi sem nyame asem de ete woda ensesa eti de onyame hwehwe ne se maburu nyina ye de ya hoɔden ye nyansa ye nimdie nyame de amaye no ye de besum nyame ewo kronkron ye ene onyame suro kwan so se be ya ebetimi akobra esan se ya ye se ya ewiase no enko ba wi a mpanyini abaye on de ko edu se so nti abrabo no ye de den ye de konum sa ye de konum wi ye de kwesa kasaka ya na ene nyame ayi ne mom
eni gide mu nsam na etwaso yi na enu akwasi anya ni hwade wa Adom TV so nsroma enkra ni jai high life pa nkra nketwa ni momoto yese wani yenkohwe ne yakoso ni bi
baby do ni sama feo ma serio si fe mano serio si on your ma shamanim don't suffer for me oh ari awuri mi biere ntini same kana ma feo ma you're too sexy you're too bad you're too nutty obey that to sepepsi mi to suma bani ya woteno mi did say obi amome mi to suma ba obi ene mi did say to come and see obi se bi ana obi you are the reason why I am still alive cause I depend on you so I can survive I promise take of you I'm gonna change my life my baby wait for me I was so right me wanna me near
you make that for no reason. Don't you know say this be our season? You the brain make a fall kite dream. Yeah, you make that for no reason. Listen, don't you know say this be our season? You the brain make a fall kite dream.
Ntu de akwasi ada jebre na nso hwebi bebre nkra na ya dia nkasa yenyira no so na Adom TV bedwam kase na hana bema kwan na wiye media siase da na ya wodia emre ne adaje a wode maaye team no so medam ase adwuma moaye bidi de fia amankwa tamaklo fire for fire etwaso